Hi, LG and Calvin. How you doing? I wish you were down here. We've got a beautiful, sunny Saturday afternoon. Just can't wait till you get here. We've got so many things planned to do. We want to go out and eat fish, either over at Longview or down at Oro City. Anywhere you want to go eat fish, we're just going to get out and have a good time. Now, you said something about raking the leaves. I've had them all raked, so don't let that scare you. You won't have to come afraid you'll have to rake leaves. I've had that all done. And would be nice if you could bring your families, but I understand that you can't. But it's just so thrilling to know that you're here. And Joe's with me here this afternoon, and she brought this camera, and I think it's so sweet of her to have made this possible for me to talk to you and Calvin and send a message to the families back home. And I appreciate her so much for doing that. I don't have a VCR, but if I had one, I'd get to see it. But anyway, I just can't wait until you boys get down here. Oh, LG, I made a big pot of soup, the kind you like today. It's got everything in it that you like, and I'll make you a big bowl of soup when you all get down here. I made a bowl of soup like this the other day, and Marie came over to eat soup with me, and she said, "Have you got sweet milk in that soup?" And I said, "Yes, I do." She said, "Bah, I wouldn't have sweet milk in it for nothing." But after she ate it, she said, "Well, it tastes a lot better than I thought it would." You know, when you was here before, you was the one who told me about sweet milk thickening in it, and it made it a lot better. And so we're just doing a lot of things. We might even make some old-fashioned tea cakes when you come. You like that, I believe. But you're going to have to roll them out and make them yourself. So I'm not going to do all of it. And I don't know what I'll get Calvin into. I guess I'll get him to sweeping the floor or washing the dishes. I don't know if he can do that. He's not much of a cook. But anyway, that's all I know to say right now. I'll say bye to you. Boys, I just now got up in the living room. Joe's just moving me around and taking all kinds of pictures, and we're just having a big time this afternoon. Norma's been down here. She had Jonathan, and he had his deer hunting rifle, and you all heard him bragging about all the different places he went deer hunting. And talk about shooting that gun. He is so thrilled over that gun, he don't know what to do. But the bad thing of it is, if there's anybody else in here, we have to listen to him. He does all the talking. You know him. And but Norma was feeling pretty well today, except she had a real bad sick headache. But otherwise, I think she's doing pretty good. And she talked to Sandy while she was here, and Sandy was doing okay, and Debbie and the baby's doing fine. And that little Lindsay, she's something else. She goes to the bedroom where Debbie's clothes are, and she pulls the drawers out, and she pulls Debbie's panties out and puts them on and drags them in the living room and gets a sleeve and a gown, and she drags it all over the house. You just shouldn't see her. And then she'll put a purse on her shoulder, and she'll say, "Bye, see you." And she's just real cute. I wish you could see her when you come, but I know you'll get to. And Norma had to go after Ronald a little bit ago. He's out in Oak Haven, as I told you before, and she's going out there to get him, and he'll be here till tomorrow evening. But he's changed so much. I guess I'll be moving on. Well, I've got some work to do in here. Well, I got out my sewing machine the other day, and I thought I would sew, and I got out all my stuff to work with, and the needle wouldn't work, and I tried to thread the needle. I took the light out of the living room and put it in there, and I still couldn't thread my needle, and you should have seen me. I was having a fit. But finally I got it threaded, and I have really hemmed me a dress. And I'm real proud of myself. I've got about 3 more dresses that need the hems let out, and so maybe you boys, when you get down here, you can thread my needles for me. I guess I'll break the thread faster than you can thread it. But anyway, we'll see what we can get into when you all get down here. And we're just enjoying a real pretty winter. We haven't had any cold weather at all. It's just been nice and warm. Most all the winter, we had a light freeze here this morning. But the sun is out, and it looks so pretty outside. But I haven't cleaned up the yard too well. I told you that I had them raked, but so a lot of leaves have fallen down. And I was so glad when Joe come in this evening. I hadn't seen her in a long time, and she looks so well. She said she's gained a little weight, and you just can't believe how well she looked. And I said, my goodness, Joe, you just look years younger than what you did. She said, well, I just put on a little weight. I said, well, she said, well, I think you have too. So I said, I guess we both done okay. We're gaining a little bit. We must be eating a lot. And I stay hungry all the time and do a little cooking, but just wait till you all get down here. We'll just get in the kitchen and see what we can get into. Bye. LG, you remember the other day I told you on the phone that this geranium that you gave me was in full bloom? Well, it came a real nice little freeze last night. I thought, well, I'm sure the geranium is gone this morning, but Joe, she's standing over there on the porch taking a picture of it right now. And it's just in full bloom. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 blooms on it, and it's just going good. And up here on this other one, this is the begonia that Norma Faye gave me for my birthday, and it stood all the freezes and all the bad weather. It looks a little bit haggled today, but it's not killed, and I think it's doing real well. I hope it won't be dead by the time you all get down here. I just want you to look at this camellia. It started blooming a month ago. It just began blooming a few little blooms at a time. And I thought, my goodness, this is the first time it's ever been able to bloom. It always would come a freeze and kill all the blooms. Your daddy wanted to see it every year. But last year, I did manage to come out here and get 2 or 3 blooms and make a bouquet for him 2 or 3 different times. But I thought, well, this year it's so warm, I'll get to see it bloom. But by the way, the blooms are all falling off. It doesn't look like it's going to do very good. It's still got some more buds and a lot of withered blooms, but I have enjoyed a few blooms that it's had. Now, my rose bushes, LG, I want you to help me put these out when you come. They're taking root real good, and you're going to have a big job. They're putting out, making new buds. And, I want you to help me get them out. And you see this magnolia? One that you cut down 2 or 3 years ago is just loaded in buds. I hope it'll be in bloom by the time y'all come, but maybe March before it blooms. But anyway, I'm real proud that it's come out and made a real nice tree that you cut it down. Be all I can do. LG, I told you something about my azaleas that turned out having so many yellow leaves on them. I thought they were going to die, but you know, they're looking better now. But when you get down here, maybe you can tell me what else I need to do. I put out some fertilizer last summer, and I thought maybe that was burning them up. But I don't know what's been wrong. But for a while, they were just covered with yellow-brown leaves. But they are looking better. So maybe they won't be too bad. I hope they'll be blooming before too long. And the other day, I was just thinking about some old tapes that I had made, and I made one a long time ago of Pearl's 83rd birthday. And after she died, I never did have the courage to play it. I just always felt sad about it. Somehow, I didn't feel like I could play it. But the other night, I put it on, and to my surprise, I didn't realize you was down here. And we all talked, and we all made over her birthday and opened the gifts. And you sang so pretty. I enjoyed you singing so much, and I couldn't believe it. But Jonathan was just 18-month-old baby, and you could hear his noise. He almost shredded all of us out with his little racket banging down on the floor. But I really did enjoy your song. Now, remember, I hoped you were going to sing This My Plea, but it was another song. I can't think of what it was.
Hi, Miss Agnes.
Hi there, Joe.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you? Been a
I'm
long
just
time
fine.
to see.
Well, I wanted to come and get in the movie with you.
Oh, well, you
Just for a
better do
minute.
it. Now, aren't we two nice-looking birds in the movie? I think we better start us a business of our own. What do you think?
Well, our garden won.
Maybe the garden would be a better suggestion after all. It's getting yellow that time.
I tell you what, Calvin and LG and Norma, I think your mother should have been in the movies if you ask me. Because just this afternoon, she's got to be just a regular ham.
Oh, now she's just talking real nice. She's saying that. If Nora was here, she'd really give me a hard time. She'd now, Mother, you know well and good, you don't belong in the movies.
No.
Why don't you get to wash the dishes, what you're more
Well,
used to doing?
no, what I mean was, so many people, they just get petrified in front, when the camera's on them.
Yeah.
It didn't faze you at all. And that tickled me to death. Yeah.
Well, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a ball. I'm just showing out.
Okay, I'm going to get back over here and check
Okay.
the camera.
Okay, you do
Okay.
that.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Well, we just had a wonderful evening, haven't we, Joe? We just been doing a little bit of everything, and
I wouldn't take nothing for it.
Oh, I wouldn't either. I've enjoyed this. It's been so long since you've been over. We found more things to talk about and a little bit to do. But taking these pictures has been something new. I never had this done for me in my life, and just to think that you're the one that's doing it for me, it makes me feel real proud of you.
Now, you watch out. You're going to make me cry.
Oh, no, you're not going to cry because I'm having too big a time. I wouldn't take for it. It's so much fun. I just wish Norma was coming back down here and we could get her into this and we could talk to her a little bit. And I know you boys will be anxious to see her and Jonathan. And Norma's doing pretty good, except she's having a little problems now and then. She's with Ronald this afternoon.
So we saw her earlier. And if I'd have thought, I would have put the new film in there and had her on this roll so that...
Well, we didn't think about it. We'll have to do it.
We'll get it another time.
We'll do it another
Yeah.
time. That's right.
So right now, Calvin and LG, I'm going to let your mother say bye for now. And maybe later on at another future date, we can add to this.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that, Joe. It's so nice. And then I'll just say goodbye, Calvin and LG and Norman, and also to you, Joe.
Okay, Miss Agnes, I just want to say that this is January the 21st, 1989. And the credit should have been in front of this, but I wasn't thinking straight. And I wanted to say this has been starred Ms. Agnes Eves. It was directed and produced by Joe Finley on January the 21st, 1989. I love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, bet I would.
Well, it is.
Well, I'd have to
And you wouldn't even put it in orange juice.
I know you. I was a bad mom, honey, sometimes.
You're a mean mama.
Now, I didn't quite get that. You'll have to speak up louder.
You're a mean mama.
You told me that enough times. But you pulled enough mean tricks. Did you know that?
Huh?
You pulled enough mean tricks. How about that time?
No, I never pulled it.
Listen, hey, how about that time you come to me and you said, Mama, you gotta whip sister right now. And I said, you know well and good. I said, okay, what do you want me to whip her about? She slapped me. I said, all right, I'll call Sister Beyonce. And I called her and I said, Mama, did you slap him? You said, yes, and I slapped him. And I said, what'd you slap him for? And you said, he tore up my playhouse. I said, okay, LG, I'm going to whip Sister for slapping you. But before I do, I'm going to whip you the town of her playhouse. You said, I'll skip it altogether.
I wouldn't do it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Don't you?
Do you know what? Y'all sound like y'all was downright normal.
Almost.
And all the time, these two would be out in the yard fighting and scrapping all the time. And Calvin would be way out in the front making frog houses over his feet. And they'd say, look at that, there's your pet, and there, you won't whip him.
She was the big bully. She always got me in trouble.
No?
You talk like you didn't get her in trouble. And you claim to be a preacher?
I don't claim to be no preacher.
Norma, I can't
Ain't no
see
preacher nor
you.
no son of a preacher.
Look and see if you think this is done. I bet it's ready to come out. Well, you better burn your hand. I know. Why don't you have the big hot pad? Let me move some of this and you can put it on top right here. You can just put it right here. Put it crossways right here.
Do you know what I always thought was a crying shame about a big dinner?
Well, do you think
What's that?
Took so long to fix it and only 10 minutes to tear it up.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think? I think it's done.
Do you think it is?
It didn't quite cook 45 minutes though, did it?
No, it's over, it's hot, I can guarantee you.
Well, it's,
You want me to take this roast out now, the cornbread?
take it out, and I'm gonna put this back in and put it down on low, and let it stay there for a while.
Well, just turn the oven off.
Okay, I can't turn it off.
LG, where is your better half?
She's home. Somebody has to work for a living. You know how it is.
Uh-huh.
She had,
We gotta put these
she's
things back
an
on.
underprivileged girl. She only gets 2 weeks vacation a year, and I get.
Uh-huh.
I want you looking there to see if
She'll tell me when she sees that.
Well, is all your family well?
Huh?
Is all your family well?
Yeah, everybody's doing real good.
That's good.
I tell you what we'll
Kids
do.
and grandkids
Now, you
and
put it in here on this rack,
Uh-huh.
all of that.
and we'll turn off the oven and let it sit there a little while. I think that's what we ought to do.
Y'all gonna mess it up?
No, we ain't gonna mess it up, we're gonna finish cooking it.
You better not drop it now, 'cause I'm gonna show it before we eat if you drop it.
Joe, I'll tell you what, our nephews did one time. Mama, they made a spaghetti dish, and while it was cooking, they turned the oven off,
Come back here and talk.
and they went walking. Mama and the boy's mama went walking. And while they went walking, the boys come in here and they put tide in the spaghetti dish.
Oh my
And they
word.
turn that oven back on to warm the spaghetti dish back up. And you talking about foaming and bubbling. You never seen such. And all the they throw it all out and go eat out.
Well, sure, one thing I have to do is, wipe that. He was walking in, he met Brother Potter.
Yeah.
And so he told Brother Potter, he said, I'm going in to see the sound of music. Brother Potter said, I don't know.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that movie.
You know, a long time ago, Baptist people didn't believe in going to shows and things like that. But I don't think anybody thinks something about it anymore.
No, that wasn't a Baptist tradition. That was just a few.
That was just a few families who did
Right. Joe, are they trying to hook up for a VCR?
Trying to hook the VCR up.
I had the same trouble every time I do this. Sometimes you force it in there, but it's a problem.
Okay, let me think just a minute. I saw an adapter here somewhere in
It's
this
right
house.
there.
It's in the
It's
case.
in the case. Right there.
No, that's a
No,
different
that's not the right
adapter.
channel.
That's a.
Oh.
He's talking about it, change one of those 3-way to a 2-way, is that what you're
No, I'm just talking about most of these. The newer plugs have a large one, so you want cross polarity. But this old thing here, or the wall, it won't.
Do you think you can get a VCR now?
We got it still right here.
You done got one?
Yeah,
Who got it?
I got it.
Well,
We went to Pinecrest.
I just need to get a modern extension for it.
You're too close, Jonathan.
Get
Where'd
up
your
to
mama
a
go?
little jig or something.
LG,
Yeah, hold on.
what you got them on your knees for? Is that for playing ball?
No, that's my knee pads for skating.
For
Is it
skating?
all
Oh, I see.
Oh,
This
now
ought to
you-
work. What kind
See
of
if I
thing
need
plugs
it.
in?
Nanny,
That ground
Nanny.
should go in there.
Nanny, if I happen to go, woo,
Here it is.
boom like
Yeah,
that,
it
then I
hurt
have
your knees
this
so
on.
bad. I see what
It
you
won't-
mean.
Well, I know how to fix that if I go out to the
Get
shop for about 5
outside,
minutes.
yeah.
What's the matter now?
Well, this thing has the same problem now as the original one had. you
Well,
know.
pull that other cord out and stick it in the wall back there.
You can't do it.
That's just
See, this
it.
one has
Like
this one has
recording.
a wide
I
prong.
know what you're talking about, but it won't go
But
in
the
the wall.
old household was too old. The old household plug was not designed to
I'll be
do
back
that.
in a minute. I'll fix it.
Kevin, I thought you rigged up a VCR when you came home.
I did, but we always had the same problem, always.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how we solved it, but
Well, you almost have to go to school nowadays to know how to
Calvin,
to work it.
If we take this plug out of the bottom and count Thompson.
Tell them how to do it, Norma.
uh-oh.
Tell them how to do
We're
it.
being recorded for posterity.
Yes, ma'am, sir.
I'm gonna get me a gun to that, girl.
Yes, Norma, did you tell him how to do it?
Uncle Calvin, here's
Yeah,
your
but
They've
they
been
did
telling me how to do it for about 50 years.
Uncle Calvin, Uncle Calvin, who's this?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Yeah, he's gonna go fix it. He's gonna take that oven and final that point down, and that way we won't have any problem.
You know how those plugs are made with a little point built in
And
them?
he's gonna go find down.
Yeah.
No, it won't go in. That's the problem. That's the problem.
There's an extension cord over there.
Joe, you was telling me about what a nice Valentine
John,
gift you got. Look at mine over there.
That's what we did.
Red
They
roses.
The boys got me that yesterday.
We need some water in them too.
Roses are really
I was getting them, Norma.
Sugar is sweet and so is maple syrup.
I guess I better go put everything on the table, don't you think?
Okay.
Let's get this rigged up.
I have some towels. Well, who knows?
You're gonna put that in there on the table, I think you're gonna, or you're gonna take it out.
Put it on the phone with me.
You're not in school, Jonathan.
See my uncle,
Huh?
see my uncle while they're down here. So don't get to see them very much.
I wonder if that'll fly. I wonder if the
What grade are you
Probably
in?
gonna have to put it on 4, aren't you?
6.
I forget which one it is. It's
3 or 4.
So that makes you what, 12?
There's a 3 in this area.
When's your birthday?
January 8th.
Well, you just turned 12. You just barely 12, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. January 8th, isn't that the same day as Elvis Presley?
I was born in 1977, and his birthday's on January 8th, and he died in 1977.
Uh-huh. What's for dinner? Jonathan? Where'd you go? Come tell me what's for dinner here.
Well, we have green beans right here, black eyed peas, cornbread, beef, roast beef, and a chicken casserole.
And the rolls.
And rolls.
Uh-huh.
I'll put them up here.
You think that's going to be enough?
I don't know.
It just depends on the appetite.
Yeah, we got some cake and
I hope
cobbler,
everybody come prepared with a big appetite so we can eat.
Yeah, we got cake and cobbler.
We got turkey, pig's cobbler and cake
Uh-huh.
in the kitchen.
It sure does look good.
I sawed off my barrel on my pellet rifle.
You did?
Yes. Now when I shoot it kicks like a deer rifle.
Well, I think everybody better come together.
It kicks, but you have to
Call the boys and
have it
everybody.
close.
I got to turn this thing off. Hi, ladies.
This is unfair. I didn't want anybody to see me doing this.
Now, who was it told me
I
that?
have a back turn. You can get a good picture of that stuff.
Who was it told me male chauvinism was still alive?
I tell you right now.
This is proof it is.
If this ever gets back to Richmond, I'm ruined.
Now, Brother Eves, do you wash dishes at home?
No, it's against my religion.
See, it just proves when you get out of town, you forget about your religion.
You shouldn't do. My associate pastor told me to always behave myself. He said, you never know who's watching. He was an old gentleman. He said, you never know who's watching. Now I know what he means.
LG wants to turn around here and let me get your face. Yeah, I just want a little proof about who that was in the sink. Okay, y'all all shut up on me. That's the way everybody does. See, y'all were just chatting and everything. Uh-huh. All right, well then I'm gonna sign off. Ta-ta.
Sign off right now.
Now that's what you call serenity.
Oh, now you're catch the nerve.
You need to rest, I think, honey.
Huh?
You need to rest.
A little bit. I've got a big pot just for a little bit.
That's right.
I shouldn't have eaten what I did. I shouldn't have eaten any dessert at all.
Okay.
I knew I shouldn't, but I was a pig and I had to.
I'll say about it right
I think
now.
I'll just sit here a little while and I'll be okay.
Okay. This is 2005 East Grand, Marshall, Texas. And this is February the 15th, 1989. And at the Eve's house, they're bustling with company. The two sons are home from North Carolina and Virginia. There's a grandson out there, that's Jonathan. And Norma took off from work to be here with her mother today. And I am the privileged bystander. And now, what happened to Jonathan? There he is. The greenery you see here, I don't know how long it'll be before her azaleas will be bursting with bloom. And some of the most beautiful you would find anywhere. Now, let me find that front door. There it is.
In the house.
Okay. I can't stay out here too long.
Let me go get that and I'll be right back.
Okay. Goodness, they just let anybody in. That was quick.
Always gotta know where it's at.
Okay, get going. Wow. Was that accidental or on purpose?
I'm trying to do something.
Uh-huh. You did it, didn't you? Is that what you were trying to do? I can do that. Start over.
This is called an aerial slam. Watch. Except I messed up that time. Try it one more time.
Okay, one more aerial slam. Whatever that is.
That time I landed it and stayed on for a second, which is what you're supposed to be able to do. What you call landing it.
Okay.
Bye.
I'm back in the kitchen. Now, Calvin, you weren't supposed to do that. I never can get y'all candid.
I know that's pretty cute way, but hey, look at there.
Have you been out there and seeing my failure of daffodils?
No, I wasn't concentrating on those. I was getting a preview of the green azaleas before they have the blossom.
Well, I hope they bloom good. We don't have anything else we're going to bloom. LG and Calvin were hoping the daffodils would be in bloom when they come down, but they're completely overwashed out.
Well,
They had just started blooming when the ice come on.
that's right.
And the ice got every one of them. But LG did go out there yesterday morning and he pruned the roses. So he said they're going to bloom. If they don't, I'm going to make him come down here and put some more out.
Well, the weather certainly is appropriate for it to come on. Everything for blooming. I've got a daffodil.
You
I
have?
think it's what is it? King James?
King Alfred.
King Alfred. King Alfred.
You don't have any of the unsurpassable, do you?
No.
They are larger than the King Alfred. And
The only reason I knew those were King Alfred was they came from the jewel house. And that's what
Well, I
said.
give them
Did you?
Uh-huh.
Well, now they're mine.
Well, they they are yours. Well, I gave her a lot of, she said she had just a few.
Now, Mommy.
Hello, Missy. Okay.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, good to see you. Yeah, good to have you here.
And the youngest. The
Now,
worst.
it ain't great to have these three children.
More they come, the worse they get.
Oh, that makes it
Now that's good. I can get all of it. Norma, your face is hidden. You see, I hate to do my directing out loud because it's picked up on me. Y'all come in a little closer. Get on a little closer to your mama's face.
There you go.
Now, Johnny, want to join them?
John?
Oh, he's got to go to the left stage entrance.
There's a grand entrance here.
There you go.
Hi,
Now-
baby, how are you? You better get in here.
okay, now y'all can act candid.
Norma, you
Now.
behind me?
I'm right here.
That's the end of my directing. Now y'all can do whatever you want to.
We're on live.
Norma, you just about outside the picture. Get in just a little.
Well, I think that's about enough picture taken.
Okay.
Now,
So when you first moved to Dallas from the country, just under your impression as a country girl from in the big city, and maybe it was an elevator?
Well, I can
or-
tell that I got sitting for a work when I went and sat down at the table, thought I was going to wait on a
That
minute.
was it, that was the one.
Let me think it over just a little
Yeah,
bit.
that was, you thought it was, you never had heard of the cafeteria before, and,
Now it shows you while you're talking, doesn't it? You're not on yet.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
I wanted to tell about the time that I was working for Colgate and Company, and we were all making complaints to the boss that the dogs were just about to get us every day. We were putting out from house to house coupons. They could redeem the coupons of the grocery store, and so we had to go out every day and make house to house calls. So we told the boss we just wasn't going anymore, and we had some assurance that we could take care of ourselves from the dogs. And so he said, I'll tell you what you do. He said, you take a parasol with you and you open it up, and if that don't work, he said, if a dog comes near you and looks like he's going to attack you, he said, you know, they always look you straight in the eye. They won't bat an eye. He said, you just stand still and do not move, and you don't bat an eye either. And he will not bite you, so I promise you he won't bite you unless you move or wink your eye. So I thought, well, that sounds fishy, but I'm sure have to try it if I ever meet up with a dog like that. So sure enough, I went and knocked on the house one afternoon, and there was nobody home. And a great big Airedale dog came in from the back, and he growled, and I turned around to look at him, and he was squatted to lunge on me. And I stood still and looked him straight in the eye, and I didn't bat an eye, I didn't move a finger. And that went on for a long time. He stayed in that position like he was going to attack me for a long time. And directly he kind of rose up and decided he looked me over. I wasn't doing anything. So he stood right in front of me, but he kept eyeing me. Way after a while, an hour or hour and a half had passed over, and he went to doing his head this way and this way, and he was trying to see if I was alive or if I was a statue. About that time, my finger crooked, and he just started all over again. And I said, the whole thing got to be done over. So we stood there, and we looked at each other for another seemed like 30 minutes. And finally, he decided that I must be a statue, sure enough. So he started down the steps, and then he turned around, gave one good look at me, and he went on away with his tail tucked under his legs. And when he got away, believe me, I run for the streetcar.
You got away too.
Y'all must know something to tell better.
Tell us, never to go swimming until we learn how to swim.
Oh, L.G. holds that against me until this day. He wanted to learn to swim, go swimming. And I thought, well, he ought not to go in, off by himself or just with some more children because he drowned. And he says I told him that never go in until he learned how to swim. I don't think I really told it that way.
Well, it didn't do a whole lot of good because we did slip off one day and go swimming.
Well, now, I'll tell you what my mama used to tell us. We say, Mama, can we go swimming? She'd say, yes, my darling daughter. Hang your clothes on a hickory limb, but don't go near the water. She said, you can't go swimming till you learn how to swim.
Well, but he tells me all the time, that's what I always told him, and he never would have learned how to swim, you know, that way.
You remember?
One day we went swimming, and when we shouldn't have gone, Mother didn't know we were going. And I didn't know how to swim because I was the youngest of the group, and the older boys were swimming in Blaylock's pond. And I was wading in the creek that ran into the pond. I kept crossing back and forth on the creek, and it seemed that something occurred to me that every time I crossed it, it was getting deeper. What was happening, the flow of the water was carrying me a little further toward the pond. And then all of a sudden, when I crossed it, I stepped into a hole way over my head. And I thought, this is it, boy, this is really, really it. And I kept my cool, though when my feet at the bottom of the pond, I sprang up, and when my head cleared the water, I could see those guys a long way off. And I hollered, help, and I put it back down. And I did that over and over again until they finally came. I didn't know what else to do.
I guess not.
And I jumped up finally after you caught me, and that was the end of that. But I was like a brown rat. Well, hello there. How are you? Long time no see. Good to see you.
I'd like to,
How you doing, man?
How dare you come in here and not speak to me, huh?
I'd like to tell a story about one time,
Who is this that just
Joe, you
entered?
met my husband, hadn't you?
Who is it that just literally entered the picture?
I can assure you, she is loaded today.
I don't doubt it.
I'd like to tell
Okay, get over there behind your mama, honey, so I can see you better. It's hard for me to get over there where you
Do
are.
what?
I'm talking to Jonathan.
Okay.
He wants to tell a story. Now, remember, I just got a 2-hour tape.
I remember one time when I went swimming, you know, at this daycare center, and I was afraid to go, you know. I didn't know how to swim, and it said in shallow water. I was real afraid to go in the deep end, and everybody told me that this pool that I was swimming in didn't have no deep end, and I said, you're lying. And they said, no, we ain't neither. And they said, you just crapped it himself. And anyhow, I said, okay, but if y'all are lying, when I get out of the pool, I'm gonna whoop you with my fist, you know, and everything. And I started walking down to the end of the pool, and directly my head went under the water. And I was sitting here, help, like that. And finally, the guy that was, you know, the swimming director, he was in the pool, you know, and he said, and he come over there and got me out of the deep end. And he said, what were you doing over there? And I said, those boys said that the pool didn't have a deep end. And I said, I told them they were lying. And I said, no, we aren't. And he said, well, okay, I'm gonna whoop you with my fist if it's deep, you know, over my head, because I'm real afraid to swim in deep water. And he said, next time, don't listen to somebody like that. And I said, well, okay. And since that day, I never have listened to anybody that said go in the deep end. Except now I'm not afraid. Since I went in that one time, they was just trying to get me to go in the deep end, because they knew that I was afraid to go in the deep end because of, you know, deep water.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
So, good morning. This is April the 8th, 1989, and I, Joe Finley, have come to visit Mrs. Agnes Eves at 2005 East Grand in Marshall, Texas. And as you can see, her azaleas, I don't believe have ever been more beautiful. Her whole yard, she has a green thumb. Let's zoom in just a little bit here. Oh, pardon me there. There she is. Her dress just blends right in with her flowers. All right, I'm going to shut it off and walk up a little closer.
Oh, I'm so glad you could come over today. I wondered if we wanted to take some pictures of the azaleas. I thought they were so pretty. They're in full bloom right now. This reminds me of this day a long time ago. We bought these azaleas about 20 years ago, and my husband was with me. We picked out what we thought was a good variety of colors. But this is George Tate, and it has just taken the whole place. We have very pretty double pink right in here, and it's just disintegrated, it's gone. And that's the side of Mobile right there, a little bit is sticking up, and this big white one is taking it all too. And we had a mimosa in here last year, it just covered a large space like that. And but this white one and the George table is just taking the whole thing. They've been real pretty, even though we had bad weather to make them slow about blooming. But I think they're doing real well. I come to Calvin last night in Richmond, Virginia, and they had is on the 7th of April, and they had a snow for an hour and a half, and he said the flakes were big as dollars, and it snowed so thick and heavy they could not see the street. I said, well, we're lucky we haven't had that kind of weather here. However, Al Bolton promised us a sunshiny day today, but it's not quite. I think he got his forecast mixed up. Now we'll get down here. I wanted to show you this beautiful one. This is a pride of Mobile. I don't know what happened to this one. 7 years ago, it was red right here and hung down just like a carpet. It's the most beautiful thing. And look at this limb. It's dying. It does this every year. A beautiful limb. A new one dies, so it's just dying away. And this whole, now this big one over here, this is that white one, but this takes the whole away. I don't know what to do with it. And our sister and I thought we got on this one. We thought we got a good variety of colors, but George paper has taken them over. And I guess so. I just enjoy them like they are. I think they're so pretty, and I look forward 1 year to the next for them to bloom again.
And this is the side. This is the west side of the yard. There's just no end to the beauty. There's Miss Eve. Enjoying the fruits of her labor. All these years she's worked with these flowers. It's so beautiful. Now this winter, she can go over to your house, Norma, and put this thing in there and enjoy her flowers all year long. They're just gorgeous. Simply gorgeous. And this is the east side. In profusion.
I'm really disappointed in them.
This is the backyard with the dogwoods. Miss Agnes Azalea Eves, would you like to speak a few words?
I'd just like to say what a disappointment. I hate to say what a disappointment the backyard is. It's always been so pretty with the iris blooming usually at this time of year, and the dogwoods in full bloom, but they're not blooming much this year because it was so dry last year. I didn't water them, and they just didn't make any buds. You know, they make their buds in August and September. I'm not looking for many roses, but I'm hoping to have a few.
Yeah, we need a little purple in here. Okay, what?
It is so pretty.
You want to come around here and talk to me?
You see all this dead brush on this one? I don't know what to do with it except just cut it down low. But I thought it was odd. It's a red white-chili. There's a lot of pink ones, but I think the red one is really prettier. And our magnolia didn't get to bloom much this year. This was Graham's magnolia, and it had the small blooms, but deep purple. And this one was in full bud.
Get a shot from this direction. I'm warning you now, don't make a scene.
I'll do it. Just as sure you just try me and see if I don't. I'm going to do what I said I'd do, and you're not going to keep me from it. I'm not going to talk. Well, I'm going up the steps and get ready to go in the house. Joe, you better come on in. We'll just like to put this.
Can I come in?
Let's take one here. I don't know why this is here, and the bush is almost dead.
Can I come in? Okay, Norma. Your mom and I went out to eat, and we've come back, and I've done her in. She's laying down on the couch. She's looked through my picture albums, and we've taken pictures. We're having one of my extended visits. I'm afraid I stay too long. But I do hate to tear myself away. I enjoy myself so much.
Oh, we have had a good time today, haven't we, Joe? It's been so nice to be together. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I wouldn't take nothing for you bringing the albums over and to seeing your mother's picture and all the pictures of you when you were younger and your relatives. I thought it was just like visiting in the home with all your family. I wouldn't take anything for it. And to see what you looked like when you were a little kid, you were a little child, you were real cute.
You mean a snotty-nosed brat?
But you just look so good. You really did make a real good picture as a child and growing up, and still do.
I'm getting a close-up.
I'm real lazy right now. I'm just letting you taking it easy.
That's what I want you to do.
But we've had a real good day today. I've enjoyed every bit of it. Well, we're just sign off, huh? Bye.
Here.
Oh, Joe, this is so sweet. Joe, I appreciate this. Happy birthday. Oh, you know what I like it? These irises. I don't have them in my yard, but I got them here. Isn't that sweet? I love iris, and you know it. Let me look at this card. I can't get into it. I will in a minute. Dear Agnes, beautiful days and friends. and sometimes hard to find. That's why it's so wonderful to have found you. Best wishes for a wonderful day. On May the 1st, I'm so sorry that I won't be able to be with you on your birthday. I love you. That's so pretty. I'm sorry, too, you won't be with me, but it's so sweet to have you
But
now.
we're having your birthday today.
Oh, that's good.
From
I'm
me.
enjoying my birthday right now, a week early. But this is really sweet. That card is just what I like. Oh, isn't this pretty? Isn't that pretty? It's too pretty to open. Just too
How long is
pretty.
it going to take you to get in there?
Oh, it ain't gonna take me long. I've been wanting to see it. I've been wanting to look at it ever since I had it in my hand. It's too pretty. Oh, goodness, I never dreamed such a thing.
I know you didn't.
I couldn't believe it.
Want to go try it out?
Yeah, tell me how you do it.
Okay. Let me turn this off.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What do you have here? Irises galore. All different colors. What a beautiful yellow iris. How about that? Oh, the wind's blowing it. Listen to the birds. You hear the birds singing? Oh, how beautiful. It's one of my favorite colors in flowers. Purple iris. I wonder if this is the one she was talking about. It's a different color than the others. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. No, no.
Huh?
Instant. Instant.
You want it?
Beautiful red rose. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the yellow rose on the fence. Oh, how pretty. Aren't they beautiful? I think I see a bee. This is the backyard. I believe that's the dogwood in the background. Just pale purple. Oh, aren't they pretty? A white one. Here's a few azaleas that have hung on all this time. Oh, by the way, this is April the 23rd, 1989, Sunday, and I've come over to have lunch with Miss Agnes and celebrate her birthday early. Ooh, what have we here? Isn't that gorgeous? I hope the colors turn out well.
Yes, it is. It's paradise, and then the white, and then I guess you call that the pink.
Yeah, see this pink, and then this is almost a purple. Walking around in the yard.
Oh,
Kendall planted this tree about 2 years ago.
We're just enjoying seeing this block there, just different colors of them. They're so pretty.
These trees were planted all over.
And that's your cattle, real good.
I
flowers.
Mr. Fly will get out here and get, walk in here and you'll find me behind something, you get miles and miles away, and there I'll be.
Miss Eve says she's going to stowaway.
That will be so away. After you get thousands of miles away, I'll be in it.
Honey, I wish you could go with us.
Oh, it'd be nice, you know, okay.
Okay, well, I'm not going to let you fall. And I'm going to let your dress fly up because you've got cameras. I would do. I want you to look that from literally took my great mother's eye. It's almost that time. It's coming back in and you're coming back in. Oh, it's coming back out, but it was already
Of all the leaves. It's all come from that one amarillo.
That's not the Amarillo.
No.
I mean,
No, this is so pretty. This is almost heaven.
can you see the little pink flowers out there?
Oh, they're all the all there.
See yonder?
Yeah, they show up.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That tree is a marvel to me.
Yeah.
I
I'd say
it's
it's
a dark,
really
dark.
amazing place. We made that picture.
I haven't it gone. Well, probably a whole lot bigger than that. It's been there 35 years. It's something.
That's a pin oak, I think.
Yeah.
Let me hang on.
But it's
Okay.
it's so pretty out here. It's just, you still got quite a bit of the time left.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, and you can see where the dam broke.
This is my friend. Oh, this is your tree. So you have to introduce me.
Oh, it's so good, Joe, to be over at your house this afternoon. She has been entertaining me all day for my birthday that will be a week and a day from now. And she has done so much for me today and given me a wonderful present. And now I'm over at her house and we're seeing her scenery out of her yard. It's been most beautiful.
It's a gorgeous day.
It's a lovely day, perfect. And this is my best friend, Joe Finley, and Joe and Kendall.
Kendall.
And I've enjoyed it so much. Bye-bye.
We'll bring it in.
preachers and deacons have that obligation to have that integrity. But when someone tells you something, even if it's something that ought to be brought, well, as it turned out, the facts of the case was that the person that got run over was drunk and lying in the middle of the road after dark, and he got hit. And the guy that hit him thought he'd run over a dog. And it was the next morning, he woke up and it's been that dog that he thought he hit.
Oh my goodness.
So he went to the attorney to get this, the cops, as far as they knew, that they were dealing with somebody that, somebody was walking across the street and got hit by a car, and the old boy just kept sailing on in an automobile. Wrongful death suit, settlement, and all this kind of, she was going to get rich over her drunk son being run over for laying in the middle of the road, and it didn't turn out that way. Eventually, the facts of the thing.
Hi, John.
The light and the fellow that was.
And you are John. You're Billy, the biggest one, right? I got y'all straight.
And now the brother
Okay.
just feels like, oh, the criminal justice.
You want to see your picture in here, son? Huh?
And,
Well, smile real big for me.
all of this. But now, you know,
But that was not the thing. That was something between them and him.
if you need help to carry a burden,
All right.
the place to go is the Lord.
Right indeed. You know, I'm not a very enthusiastic aisle walker. I never have been. Lots of times I hear something in the message that makes me know I've done wrong and I need to get right with the Lord. But I said, now that's between me and God. I can't obey it. You know, I don't have to go and tell the preacher anything. I'll just admit that right between me and God and stuff.
That's our privilege in Jesus Christ.
That's why that we don't have to go to confession.
That's exactly
That's the difference in a pastor and a priest.
Well, you know, they did accuse the Grange Hall Church, you know, during the days of Jack Hauser, but it wasn't his fault.
Don't say anything you don't want on here, honey.
I know that. Really, but, you know, some of the members said that so many people went down, you know, for help, spiritual help, that it was beginning to look like a Catholic church. You know. I shouldn't have said that because my friend made it was something.
Well, it would look to me like an effective ministry.
Huh.
It would, the fact that so many people went forward at the invitation time would look to me like an effective ministry.
Yeah, I think they did in the long run.
One thing that discourages me mightily is that you try to encourage people to come and pray at the altar, and out there where I'm pastoring, they stand there like stumps. They just not. They're not going to, and they don't.
That's true.
Most of our Baptist members in our churches are so stilted spiritually. We don't very often engage in public worship that is truly worship. We go through the motions and the gyrations. We have our song and the prayer and announcements and the 3 songs to take us.
Hi, Agnes.
Hi, Joe.
This
Merry
is-
Christmas to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this pretty present.
Okay.
Oh, I'm dying to get into it.
Well, get into it. I want to watch it.
Oh, I can't wait to get into it. I know there's something pretty in here. It's too pretty to open up. I bet I get into it right away, though.
I bet I could have done been in it. Uh-huh.
This is a lot of fun. This is the first Christmas present I've opened this
Yeah, this is
Christmas
December the 20th, isn't it?
I see.
Wednesday, 1989.
Beg pardon?
I'm talking to the camera. I'm telling them what day it is. And I've come over today because the weatherman says that we just might not have another pretty day before Christmas. And so I thought I'd get over here and we'd do Christmas together. That's why you open it early, right? Uh-huh, yeah. Go ahead.
Joe, I'm so glad you come over. I was so afraid that weather was going to turn bad and I wouldn't get to see you until after Christmas.
I know it.
Oh, now what have you done? Isn't that pretty? Just go ahead and turn cold weather. That's okay. I'm fixed.
Turn
Just
cold.
Go ahead and turn cold.
Honey, it is cold.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
Agnes, I hope that meets all the criteria. It does mine.
That's all I need is
Long
this.
sleeves.
All mine is thin gowns, and this is just what I need for this cold weather. Thank you, Joe. This is just great.
Well, I hope you can wear it, honey.
Oh, I appreciate it so much, and just what I needed.
Do you know why I didn't bring you a fruit cake this year?
No.
Well, honey, you watch TV, don't you?
Yes.
All year long, all I've heard is making fun of fruitcakes and people who give fruitcakes as gifts. And I said...
Well, really, you hit that pretty lucky. I'm not a fruitcake eater anyway.
Uh-huh.
I don't eat but very
Uh-huh.
fruitcake. everybody else like. I thought about baking one, but it was so much goes in
Well-
it for just so little that I would eat it.
Well, like I say, I knew you wouldn't eat it much, but I thought maybe your family'd enjoy it.
Well,
But
no,
then,
and my family really cares for
yeah,
the cake.
uh-huh.
I asked them about that.
Uh-huh.
What they want is a coconut cake.
Uh-huh.
And I've been wondering what is the easy method of peeling a coconut. And I can't find out. Nobody seems to know.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking to my pastor's wife the other day, and she said, well, she was going to call someone that was an expert, and she'd find out from me. So Brother Fowler got on the phone. He said, wait a minute, I'll tell you how to do that. He said, he said, you put the coconut out in the street, and I come along with a truck, and I'll run over it. I
That-
could go on.
Now, you didn't say crack it, you said peel it.
I meant crack it. But it is so hard
Uh-huh.
to really get it all cleaned up and ready to grate.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
Well, this is
well,
so
they don't
pretty.
want any of that canned stuff then from the store. They won't have any of that canned stuff from the store, huh?
No.
They got to have fresh coconut.
Oh, yes.
Ah.
Yeah, they want the fresh coconut.
Well-
I always make mine with a fresh coconut
Yeah.
because I take the milk out of the coconut.
Well, honey,
and
it's
add a
much
little sugar
better.
to it, and
Oh.
I smear that on top of each of the layers. I jab holes around
Oh,
all
hush your mouth.
and then I use that coconut water and then put the icing on that and do the next layer likewise.
Oh,
and
hush.
it makes it taste so coconutty. That's why they want me to do it.
Well, I suppose so. We'll tell them to bring you the
I
coconut.
told them this is the last year I promised coconut.
Well, what you been up to?
Oh, not very much of anything. I've been staying in. The weather's been so bad I haven't got to get out and do anything. I went with you to see the lights, and then I went with Norma the other night. And
Oh, good.
so I haven't seen them anymore, but that was enough
Uh-huh.
for this
Yeah,
year.
just so you got to see them
Well, what have
again.
you been up to, Joe?
Well, getting ready for Christmas. I have, like I say, I've baked our fruit cake, and hadn't done much other baking. I'm going to get in the house in these next few days. I'm going to finish my cooking. I've got all my gifts in, and everything. The only time I should have to go to the store is for my vegetables, my fresh vegetables.
You've been working hard.
Uh-huh.
You've really been getting with it.
Yeah, I've been busy doing that. I enjoy it. I got my tree up yesterday.
Well,
Oh, it's so pretty, Agnes. I get to put kid stuff on mine.
I think it's so much fun decorating
Uh-huh.
a Christmas tree,
Yeah.
especially where they're going to be children, and
That's
you know
right.
it'll make them so happy. I guess that's why I didn't put one up this year. There's not going to be any children here.
Right.
I'm going to have company.
Are you
after-
going to have Christmas here?
No, I'm going to Norman's.
That, okay,
And
well
that's
then,
why I
that's right.
didn't decorate or do anything
I
for
see.
Christmas. But then I'm going to have company from Richmond, Virginia during the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Salisbury and
Uh-huh.
her husband are coming.
Wonderful.
That is a member from Calvin's church,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to spend a day and night here.
Yeah.
But,
We have a tradition with our Christmas tree. All the grandchildren get to pick an ornament off the tree to take home, and the next year put it on their tree.
uh-huh.
So I always get to buy new ornaments every year. So they have something new to pick
That is
from.
fun.
Uh-huh. So they like that all the time. We're opening presents and all that. They're looking it over, and
I think nothing looks
then before they go, they get to pick one.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
Merry Christmas to you, LG and Jane, and to all of your family. I know you're going to have a very nice Christmas. Just thinking of all of you each Christmas. And also Merry Christmas to Calvin and Pauline and the boys, and to Norma and Lou and the children. It's just going to be great to be with all of them this Christmas. Some of them I won't get to be with, but it is just so nice to have Christmas together. I'm going to miss Graham so much this Christmas, but I've been without him one Christmas before. But we're hoping everyone's going to have a real good Christmas. And so we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Have it in a chair or on the couch or just...
Well, yeah, if they're too big, you have to worry about,
Huh?
if they're too big, you have to always be
Yeah,
folding them up. like
I've
a
got a pretty big one. It's always in the way. But this one is just the right size.
This is,
Well, you got more color. You got some white in it. You got some pink, got brown.
yeah, I made it to go with in here.
How long are you making this? Just a little while?
Didn't take me no time
Huh.
after I got my furniture. Listen, this is what I brought you from Alaska, and it's not anything to it. It's just little nothing.
It ain't no nothing. Anything
Yeah.
brought from Alaska would be something.
Well, it's just little nothing. Is the light good, Kendall?
Oh, they're cute.
Is the light good?
Well, Kendall was telling me a lot about the history of Alaska on the way over here.
Was he?
Yeah, and I enjoyed listening to it. It was interesting. Alaska wildflower, a solid breast, bookmark.
That's a bookmark.
Yeah.
And this is a magnet for your refrigerator.
Oh,
flowers.
yeah. Well, all
And this
these
is another bookmark with a lovely verse on it.
Oh, I
thought.
love that.
Yeah.
Now, I keep that in my Bible.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. Thank you so much, honey.
Now I'm gonna open my present.
Well, let's just say happy birthday to Joe. And this is a day early, but we'll just say it today.
Well, we feel like it's a birthday. It's a light.
Now, you better have just looked at it on the outside. It's not as pretty on the inside as it is on the outside.
You know, I always hate to tear up the outside, you know? And I don't know why you go buying me something, because I wish a card is just fine.
Oh, Joe. Well, a card is just there's not much more than a card in there.
No, it's heavier.
I don't get to go shopping.
It's heavier than a card. I'm gonna get there. Oh, Agnes. Oh. A pretty scarf and a gown. Oh, that's so sweet.
I don't know. I
honey.
didn't know your right size, but
Well,
I think you can wear it.
I think I can still get in it. It's long,
Don't
too.
don't gain too much
Oh.
weight or you can't.
That is so pretty. What's it look like?
I wanted to get something with a lace here in front, but they didn't have it.
Oh, and a scarf to boot. That is so pretty, Agnes. Bless your heart, honey. You went to too much trouble.
Well, you know, I'm kind of glad scarves have come back in. I've got scars. You wouldn't believe the scarves that I've got that I bought when I was on the paper round.
And you know, they make an outfit.
Well, you know, they're back in now. You can throw them around your shoulder, put them on your head.
Uh-huh.
You can just do so many things with them.
Now, the card is the most precious in your hand. To my special friend. Well, Kendall, you're the only one didn't get a present.
Oh, now don't you? Don't you cloud up.
Well, I do that all the time anyhow. It's the same belief as laughing.
Well, tomorrow, tomorrow's Friday. Have a real happy birthday tomorrow.
I will. I already have. This
Wonderful.
This is
Good.
a wonderful day. I can't see through. I can't see.
I'll
Be there?
Huh?
I'd forgotten you. We both said she's so busy. I'm not all that busy, but she's an awful busy person.
He sure wants he wants a copy of this tape real bad,
Mm-hmm.
and I want him to get it. But
Mm-hmm.
Joe, I heard from him since he got home, and he's been real sick again. It just made me.
Well, I'm getting y'all's picture. Miss Agnes, I'm getting your picture.
All right, help yourself. They can watch me eat like a pig.
And better over here. The light's better.
I'm too busy to talk. I'm too busy eating to talk.
That's all right. I just wanted to get your picture. Who's this down
I
here?
didn't know you were such a good cook, Joe, but you sure got the ham on it.
Who is this over here on this end? Kendall. I do.
I could stay here all day and look down that pretty pot, and when you're eating a good meal and looking down at the pot, you can't beat that, can you? Have a pretty view and a real nice meal to eat.
And a lot.
No, thank you. I don't want.
And good company.
And visiting with the best kind of people, you got it made.
Yeah, I got it on.
Let me put this over here.
You've got all your things together, dear?
Yeah, I've got everything together. Joe, I've had the best time, and I just picked down at dinner and enjoyed seeing everything. Your home is so pretty. You got this pretty surroundings. The scenery is so pretty.
Well, we
Why don't you
enjoy
just
it.
come on and go home with me, and we'll see what we can kick up our heels over there and do.
We'll just go over there, and I'll take a picture of you over there.
I sure had a good time. today.
How's
I
that?
wouldn't take part. The dance was so good.
Well, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed. This bring back memories. Just sit out here and look at that beautiful pond. It's so pretty. This is a place of heavenly rest.
This is September the 19th, 1991.
Right on.
And Miss Agnes is at Joe and Kendall's house in Tatum, Texas. All the proceeding has been on that date. I forgot to put the date in. Okay, you want to swing a little bit? Or does it make you dizzy? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Kendall over here at Grandma's. He got out of a lady's way. What you reading? This is Grandma's house. This is the trailer house next door. Let's go see those crepe myrtles blooming out that window.
Go back home.
There's outside Grandma's window.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
I think you can still see the crepe myrtle.
Immensely. It was so good. I enjoyed everything about it. I always love coming to be with you all.
Okay, this is Joe and Agnes over at Grandma Jewel's trailer house, September the 4th, 1991. Tell us what you did today, honey.
Oh, I came over and spent the day with Joe and Kendall, and tomorrow is Joe's birthday, so we celebrated her birthday the day early, and we had the best dinner, the best time, enjoyed every moment of it. It's always good to be with these people here. I just love it.
We always enjoy your company.
Well, I enjoyed your company so much.
I feel comfortable with you.
I do with you, and we have a lot of things we've shared together through the years, haven't we? It's been so nice to have someone to share with. And it's nice to be with Kendall. It makes me think of his mama.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Because I don't know that much about flowers, but I appreciate it, but I still want to.
Hey, you put them where they'll stay. Where they're right.
Oh, you filming already?
Yeah, yes, go.
Okay, walk around here to this crepe. Well, the crepe myrtle looks pitiful today.
Oh, and you know what? I can understand your crepe myrtle is blooming, and mine was blooming a month and a half ago. Mine is a darker pink than that.
Yeah.
And one is almost light pink.
Well, I don't know why. We sure didn't do anything to it. As you can see, my lilies, that's Kate Jesson's book. Okay, what
Don't this North wind feel good? Right, what is over with?
Well, we're about to go home. Kendall, we're going to stop by the cemetery. In the background?
Yeah.
Am I in the way?
No. He's filming us, right? Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty out here. I bet you and Kendall have a ball living out here where you can just see my gracious.
I walk the dog in my gown tail.
Oh, I don't blame you. I do it too. We ought to have him along out here now.
Oh, I wish he was here.
It's the most beautiful scenery around here. You never need to want to look for nothing else prettier.
We'll see the oak tree. That's what favorite.
Well, it's really pretty, but that pine is so pretty. I bet it's pretty when it ices over the snow comes.
Yeah, it is. It nearly freezes over something.
I'll bet it does.
You about ready to go to the cemetery?
I'm ready to go.
We're going to tell you back,
Bye-bye,
Kendall.
Kendall.
You don't have to pose in this. You can just be
Yeah.
natural.
Just be natural, that's right.
Well, I'm going to tell you bye again. Okay? Bye. This time I'm really gone.
Bye-bye, Kendall. Have a good time.
Okay, bye-bye.
There's Kendall and Miss Agnes in our
And
driveway.
that's a switch. I'm with Kendall now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I'm getting a close-up, too. Ooh, that looks so good. I love that tree. That tree in the background was planted the year before, the spring before Miss Jewel died. And it is already over the top of the roof. Bye, y'all.
It's so nice and so sad to stand here at Gerald's grave. We walked over the cemetery together so many times. I never dreamed it would be such a short time until she would be here too. I've missed her a lot.
It's awfully cool this first fall day that we've had. Yesterday it was in the 90s. This morning it was 56 when we got up. It's rather cool today.
Come on, eat it up.
Okay, that's Saddam Hussein getting his supper.
All right. You ought to be hungry. You haven't had no breakfast, dinner, no supper.
Uh-huh.
Joe, can I get you some ice water or Coke or something?
No, I'll just take some coffee. Did you put the heat under it?
I didn't hear you. Come on, Kitty.
I see him. That's Saddam eating his supper.
He's hungry.
He knows right where it's kept too, doesn't he?
I get aggravated with him so bad.
Well, is he not as good a cat as your other one? We're back over at Miss Agnes
And we'll
now.
get this coffee ready in just a few minutes.
All right.
I bet you're starving to death for some coffee.
That would be real nice.
Hey, there's something in this cup. I've got to rinse it out.
And I take it it's not coffee.
I didn't never know I was a bad dishwasher.
Kitty, kitty, kitty. Hello, Saddam. Hello, fella. Oh, I'm getting your pretty green eye.
He's hungry, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he turned around and
He's
looked
ready
at
to
me.
eat.
He did look at me. He's like, I'm not going to take your dinner.
I'm so glad that Joe, I'm so glad you and Kendall could come over today. You're just making an extenuation of my birthday going on, and it's so good to have you. Well, I wanted you to come so bad Friday when it was really my birthday. And everybody has made over me so much and did so many nice things. And now today, you and Kendall have just come and put the climax to my wonderful birthday celebration of 90 years. Kendall, stand behind me.
Yeah.
Come on, Kendall, stand behind
Yeah, I
me.
got the
want you
family.
in
Now
it.
you get over there, Kendall.
Isn't that, are you picking up that light, or should we
Well,
turn
if-
on this light over here?
Yeah, that might be too much. Okay. I think she wants you to stand here behind the sheriff.
Yeah.
I want him in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get over there, Miss
Let's get it
Finley.
going here.
Uh-huh.
Now
We're-
y'all can do the talking.
We're getting the climax to our visit over here. This is Sunday, May the 3rd, 1992. And Kendall and I have come from Tatum over to be with Miss Eve. We couldn't be with her Friday. And she has never, since I've known her, looked any prettier than she does today. And I mean that with all my heart.
And I think she looks pretty too. We came all the way from Richmond to help her celebrate her 90th birthday, and I agree, she couldn't look any prettier than she does now. And she has a lot of pretty flowers, and Friday she had open house for 2 hours, and lots of friends and loved ones came over to wish her well, and we just had sort of a family and friend reunion of sorts, and it's just been a great time.
That's
Today we
wonderful.
went down to Caddo Lake and ate out together, and we ate till we loved everybody.
You ate to what?
We went down to Caddo Lake to the Bio Landing and ate till we just loved everybody.
I don't believe I've ever heard that, Kelly, before. That's fine. Okay, Pauline?
Well, we're happy today to be with Miss Eve on her 90th birthday. Just wish we could continue to celebrate on and on. We're just real thankful that God has allowed her with us that long.
90th birthdays are special. God only allows us one 90th birthday.
And I think she's the youngest 90-year-old woman I ever met in my life.
I'll second the motion.
Let me say she's the world's oldest teenager.
Calvin, I'll vouch for that.
Yeah.
I'll come over here and she's just skipping. She's just literally skipping.
Go ahead and say something. Go ahead.
You want to say something else, honey?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I just want to say this. I have never been made over so much, and you all are really doing a good job of it this evening. So don't any of y'all mind getting to be 90 years old. It's a lot of fun. So just try it out for yourself later on.
I'm going to sign off now. Congratulations on your 90th birthday. Bye-bye.